Hello and welcome to the Programming in C++ series. In this video we're going to cover some more Chapter 5, Control Structures Part 2, Repetition Exercises. Please smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and see what our first topic is going to be. So we have Programming in C++, Programming Exercise 5-28. Here, apartment problem. A real estate office handles, say, 50 apartment units. When the rent is, say, $600 per month, all the units are occupied. However, for each say, $40 increase in rent, one unit becomes vacant. Moreover, each occupied unit requires an average of $27 per month for maintenance. How many units should be rented to maximize the profit? Write a program that prompts the user to enter the total number of units, the rent to occupy all the units, amount to maintain a rented unit, the increase in rent that results in a vacant unit. The program then outputs the number of units to be rented to maximize the profit, the maximum profit. Since your program handles currency, make sure to use a data type that can store decimals with a decimal precision of 2. So number of units correctly calculated, task 02, max profit currently calculated. So let's go ahead and look at our code. And let's go ahead and make that bigger. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, let's look at our include statements and add our IO manip. That should be all we need, so let's do some cosmetics. Make a little room to work. And start declaring our variables, and we're going to have a few doubles, quite a few. Start with number of apartments, no of apartments. And let's go with rent per apartment. And then maintenance expected per rented apartment. Maintenance. Go do this one now. Per rented, because it has to be rented apartment. Okay. Alright. So actually we need integer, which is going to be number of rented units. Number of rented units. Okay, they did talk about money, so it's going to be rent increases. We say vacant. It's more than 60. Vacant units. Total rent increase. And adjusted rent per apartment. Okay. Increases. Let's do total. Total rent. Total maintenance expected. let's go with profit. Number of apartments, rent per apartment, maintenance expected per rented apartment, number of rented units, rent increases, vacant units, total rent increase, adjusted rent per apartment, that's good, total rent, total maintenance, expected profit. Alright, so let's hit our precision fixed show points. Set precision. Alright. So we get that, let's start our output, but right after this. Alright, so we're gonna see out, enter the number of apartments, and we use the number of apartments variable. I should say. See out. Inline. Right, so we got a few more of these, so let's just copy these three. And let's do 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. I think that should be all we need. If not, we can copy some more. So next we go enter rent for each apartment. And then our variable is going to be rent per apartment. Alright, that one's good. And enter maintenance expense. I spelled that wrong. For each rented apartment. And so let's go maintenance. Maintenance. I spelled it right there. Maintenance. That's good. Okay, maintenance expense. And then here, let's see, we're going to enter the amount of rent increase per apartment. This one's going to be rent increase. Increases. Which one do I use? Rent increase. Increases. Increases. Let's see. Rent increase. Let's change this to rent increase. So we got that together early. Alright, now let's go ahead and do, see, we got statements. Let's go ahead and see Initialize these to 0, so it's an integer. Max number of units. Max number of units. I'll put that in there. I call it my variable. There's no max number of units. To it. Okay. So let's run that down. So we'll clear it down here. Max number of units. To it. Equals 0. It's integer. And double. So the max profit equals 0. Right. So let's go to 4 and number of units equals 0. And number of rented units let's go less than number of apartments. Let's go. Number of rented units 0. Number of rented units less than number of apartments. Number of rented units. Increment that. Units. We've got plus plus. So 4. Let's go ahead and bracket. And go vacant units. So vacant units. Units equals number of apartments minus number of rents. Rented units. Total rent increase equals, what's that? Rent increase times vacant units. Okay. Now let's do adjusted rent. Adjusted rent per apartment. That would equal rent per apartment plus total maintenance expense. So that there. And let's run another if. If max profit is less than profit, so we have a bracket for this. Max profit equals profit. That and max units, or max number of units, to rent equals number of rent units there. And we just need return 0 for that. Let's go. Want to say out maximum number of units to rent. Space, use the variable maximum number of units to rent, and out maximum profit. That, and then let's use the variable maximum profit. And that's it. All right, so let's see. Everything else is lined up here. We got our close bracket. Let's check from the top. All right, so we added our include IO manip. Got our variables down, number of apartments, rent per apartment, maintenance expense per rent for rented apartment, number of rental units, more doubles, rent increase, vacant units, total rent increase, adjusted rent per apartment, total rent, total maintenance expense, and profit. We did our precision, enter the number of apartments, enter rent for each apartment, enter maintenance expense for each rented apartment, maintenance. So maintenance wrong. All right. Alright, let's run it. Let's see, there's our input. Let's see if we can find anything. So we go to number of apartments. So 60. 50 apartment units. So 50. $600. Apartment was 27. $7. Enter the amount of rent increase per apartment. That's $40. Maximum number of units to rent 0. Maximum profit 0. That seems like it's not the right. I'll calculate to see what's going on with it. Calculate it. Look at it again. Units. Alright. So, show the code while we wait for it to calculate. So we got 1 through 18. Oh, let's go back again. So let's pause this and see what we got. Alright, I can't believe I did this, but let's go to variables, capital N, that's not going to work. Apparently that was the wrong one, the only one was wrong. Alright, let's try this again. Take a break, going at it too long. Alright, so let's do this again. Number of apartments, 50. Rent to each apartment, 600. Enter maintenance expense for rented apartment, 27. Enter the amount of rent increase, 40. So the maximum number of units to rent, 32. Maximum profit, 41,000. That's a pretty good setup. So let's go and see. We got it to calculate. code again. I got it smaller so you can see the whole thing. So let's go line 1 to 22. If you need more time, go ahead and hit that pause button. Scrolling down. Line 24 to 43. Okay, so there we go. Finally. And in line 34, you're looking at just missing the closeout bracket. All right. Go ahead and pause it if you need to look at that part longer. Scrolling down. And that's the end of the code. So we'll scroll all the way one more time. Just pause it if you need it. There's the entire code. Yep. So, yeah, as I said a long time ago, misspelled variables, little mistakes like that, they can really damage your program. Just make sure you know how to find them. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one, the next exercise right after this. Now on to programming in C++, programming exercise 5-29. Here, let n be a non-negative integer. The factorial of n written in explanation is defined by 0 equals 1 equals n equals 1, 2, 3, all the way to n, if n is greater than or equal to 1. For example, 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 24. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24. So write a program that prompts the user to enter a non-negative integer and outputs the factorial of the number. So task 1, correct output for the test. Task 2, correct output for special cases. So let's see what we got here. We'll make it a little bit bigger. We have room on this one, hopefully. This will be a short one. Alright, so no need for any more include statements. Let's go ahead and get our cosmetics, get us some room to work here. Let's go back up to, now let's do first integer. We need, call it num. And that's all we'll need. Then we'll go some long variables. And let's do long. Let's go to factors. So let's see out and enter a non-negative integer. Let's go space and colon, semicolon. Let's go and num. Out inline out. Choose number. Number, and let's do the quotes with exclamation, space, and an equal, and leave another space there. Comma, I can move the shift button down. Just like it. Alright. Now let's do a quick if. If num is greater than or equal to 1, has to be just while num does not equal 0. Not equal 0. And let's get our brackets. Let's go fact equals factor times number. And then num equals num minus 1. I think we got that nailed. And the only thing left is So here's what we got. So we're going to use theirs or okay. So we use 24. All right, let's run it. All right, enter a non-negative integer. Let's use 32. So 32 minus 6. Let's try this again. Let's try 4. 4 equals 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. So let's go. All right, let's calculate it. Seems like we got that they want. All right, here's the code that you can look at while that's calculating. If you didn't get it the first time, we just started at line 8. And I'll read it. Declare variables. We're going to enter a non-negative integer. Did a long factor. Fact equals 1. And yep, we got it good to go. Task 1 and task 2 is green, and we got 100%. All right, so there's the code again. If you need more from line 8 to 24, just pause it, and we're going to move on to, there's the end. It's a very short one. So let's go ahead and jump on the next one. Now we're on programming in C++, programming exercise 5-30. And here, let n be an integer, the value of the expression, $1 limit. So the above problem is written as E. This number is appear in many places in mathematics. For example, it appears in the formula A equals PE, R to the RT power, to compute the total amount of accumulated when the interest is compounded continuously. It also appears in problems relating to exponential growth and decay. It is known that E is an irrational number. The value of E to 9 decimal places is E equals 2.718281827. So, instructions. Write a program that computes the total value of the expression below. So, I think we'll know where to find that. Between certain values of n and then compare the values with E. For example, you can compute the values of expression between 100 and 10,000 with an increment of 100. Or between 100 or 1,000 and 1 million with increments of 1,000. The program should accept as input the start value for n, the end value for n. The note the increment value of 100 should be hard-coded in the program upon final submission. The program should then output the value of the expression of each value of n in the specific range with a decimal precision of 8. If you decide to format your output with set W, use a value of at least 15 to ensure that your outputs don't get mashed together. So there we have it. So we can use a few options. So before we get started on our code, let's go ahead and get our include statements added. So we will need, let's see, we will need good old IO manip. And we will need CMath. Right? So let's go, it'll be that line under that space. Let's go down and do our cosmetics, create a little room to work, and let's get started declaring our variables. And we're going to start with the integer, and we're going to call it start. And another one, we're going to call it limit. Alright, then we'll make a double, call it temp to hold the value temporarily. And let's go ahead and set our precision. Fixed. Set precision. And this time, let's make it 8 as directed. And then let's go ahead with our output. So we want the user to enter the start and the last value of n. go start, and then limit. So let's do variables, and then let's inline. Right, next let's go to our set W again. Again, we're using the well. So we said 15. Counter right here, 15. And then let's use N. And then set W 15. And let's go 1 plus 1 N. Now we're going to have to go outside the brackets and see. We'll use our name of this one. Let's go. Right here, dupes, and in. Where are we? Okay, we still have it. And then we'll just go on and quick while start is less than or equal to limit. So let's get that and let's go bracket. T set W15 and then start. And we'll do temp equals power 1 plus 1. Do it. Stop it. Inside brackets, space, plus 1 divided by, so we use static cast double. Cast double. And then we'll do starts. Comma, and one more start, and then semicolon. Right, so next, set W15, and temp, inline. Right, and start. Plus 100. So that'll give us our. Let's put this up. And looks like we're done with that one. Alright, so let's see. So we added our 2 include statements, IO init, and our CMath. Variables, integers are start and limit, doubles temp. Then we set our precision to 8. Enter the start and last value of N. Then we use start and limit as variables. Then set W15 there. That looks good. I think I'll need to space this. Alright, let's run it and see what we got. I don't remember what number they used here for the example, but All right, try to run this. This time it's gonna run. Sometimes it acts crazy like that. Enter the start and the last value of n. Let's see what's for. I was supposed to do space. Put room for. Let's try it again. It's supposed to do like this. I'm not doing this. There. All right, so let's calculate it. This is good math. Get to know, but I'll show you what I have so you can see my code. If it is right, great. If not, we'll dig again. We added our two include statements. I'll manipulate the C math. Our variables again, integer start limit. So you can look at those. Set our position 8. So I'm going to leave it right there. If you need more time with that, go ahead and pause it. As I'm going to scroll down. Okay, and there it is. One more time. There's our include statements. If you need those, time with that, pause it. If not, there's the end. Alright, so we got our green, task 1, and 100%. So we're going to go on to the next one right after this. Programming in C++, programming exercise 5-31. Here, exercise 30, chapter 5 defines the number e. The value of e can be approximated using the following expression, where n is a positive integer. Write a program that prompts the user for the value of n. The program then uses the formula above to approximate the value of e. Test your program for n equals 4, 8, 10, and 12. So we're going to do all 4 of those. Format your output with a set precision of 15 to ensure the proper number of decimals were tested. Task 1, correct output for test cases. Alright, let's dive in. So first thing we're going to need to add are two more include statements. So we'll go IO manip and we'll add CMath. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our cosmetics, a little room to work, and start declaring our variables. First one, let's do our integers. We'll do one at a time. N, yeah, we'll call it N. Then we have another integer that we're going to initialize this one to 2. Number equals 2. Then we have a double. Call that E. And E equals 2.0. Then we have another integer called temp. Then we have long factor. Alright, so let's do our set precision. Fixed show point. Set precision. Set 15. Alright, so let's do cout. And we'll go enter the value of n. This will be n. And 9. So let's see. Let's go while. Temp. Temp. So not equal to 0. Brackets. Fact equals facts times temporary number. We'll have my caps lock. Fact equals temp. Fact times temp. Temp. And temp equals temp minus 1. Alright. So E equals E plus 1 and divided by static cast double, and then let's do fact. And a number plus plus. Alright. Okay, that should have been in the bracket. Where's the bracket? Wow. Wow, terrified. Okay. That's what I did. Let's do this. Wow, should have been tip equals num. And then fact equals 1. Then wow. That should be clean, but let me do temp. So here. Wow. Tip is less than 1. This one should be num equals num less than or equal to n. So let's see how we're looking now. Get my E. This one should be outside of that. For return 0, let's do right. It's E minus space E equals space there. So variable E. Alright, I think we got that good. Alright, so let's go real quick. We have init CMath added, then we have integers n, and then integer num equals 2, and double called E equals 2.0. We have another integer temp, and we have a long fact. Set precision was set 15, and then 18 or 15? It's at 15. Yeah, it's at 15. Alright, enter the value of n, while num less than n, temp equals num, fact equals 1, temp does not equal 0. Fact equals fact. That space closer. It's temp. And temp equals temp minus 1. Equals 1 static cast double. Fact. No, plus plus. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this. So they said try with 2, 4, 4, 8, 10, and 12. Again. H. And 12. Alright, so whatever that is, let's go to calculate it, and I'll show you the code while it's calculating. Alright, so here we go, line 1 through 18. If you need more time, go ahead and pause that. So I'm scrolling down. And there's 18 through 34. Got our green and we got our 100%. Let's go ahead and pause that if you need more time. And that is the rest of the code. And I'll scroll slowly for you one more time so you can pause it as you need. It's the top. And if you need that pause anywhere, knock yourself out. But that is the correct code. Got 2 spaces after 31, but that'll still work, just white space. Alright, so that was it for 5-31. Let's go on to our next exercise. Programming in C++, program exercise 5-32. And here, exercise 30, chapter 5, the last one we did, define the number E, and exercise 31, also chapter 5, shows how to approximate the value of E using a different expression. Interestingly, the value of E can also be approximated using the following expression. 2 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 2 over 3 plus 2, and so on. Write a program that uses this formula to approximate the value of E. The program should prompt the user to input a value for N and then output the approximate value of E. Use the set position 15 to format the output for the test. Test your program N equals, we'll do 3, 5, 10, 50, and 100 next time. And task 1 requires correct output for test cases. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. Let's see. So let's go ahead and set our include statements. So first, of course, we're going to use our IO manip. Then we'll use CMath again. And let's go to our variables. Actually, let's go ahead and do some cosmetics. Make some room to work. And then same as before, we got N as integer. We got E. And we'll use X. Alright. So let's set our precision. Fixed. Show point, and set precision 15, semicolon, and let's say enter the value of N. Colons. value of n and cn person n and inline. And let's go x equals n plus n. And wow, n is greater than or equal to 2. Let's start with 3 anyway. Let's do brackets. Let's go x equals n minus 1 plus n minus 1 divided by x. That's how it went. And this time we'll do n minus minus and let's do e equals 2.0 plus 1 divided by x. And we'll use e equals space, then call our variable e. That right there. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go. Let's do a quick check of that. So we added our IOmanip, our CMath. Did declared our variables up. Messed up. Double. So yeah, n's the integer, e and x are doubles. Set position to 15, enter the value of n is the variable, and line, and then x equals n plus n, and while n is greater than or equal to 2, then x equals n minus 1 plus n minus 1 divided by x, and then n minus minus. So count down, e equals 2.0 plus 1 divided by x, and then we're going to see e equals space, variable e. Alright, so let's go ahead and run that. So it's 3, 5, 10, 50. 3, 5, 10, 50, and 100. Gonna do them. 3, enter. 7, 5, enter. 0.71. 10, enter. 50, enter. And 100. Alright, so let's calculate that. And one more look at the code so you can make sure you got it right. It's 1 to 17. And if you need more time with that, go ahead and pause that. And we're scrolling down to the end of the code. And there it is. Right. And we see we got our green. If you need more time, go ahead and pause it. I'll give you one more slow run through. Pause it as you need to. That is the code. And there's our green check, and we did get 100% on this one. Alright, so let's go on to the last one for this chapter 5. Right after this. So our last one is going to be programming in C++, programming exercise 5-33. And Bianca is preparing special dishes for her daughter's birthday. It takes her a A minutes to prepare the first dish, and each following dish takes B minutes longer than the previous dish. She has the. Let's see, just a little lower. So she has T minutes to prepare the dishes. For example, if the first dish takes A equals 10 minutes and B equals 5 minutes, then the second dish will take 15 minutes. The third dish will take 20 minutes, and so on. If she has 80 minutes to prepare the dishes, then she can prepare 4 dishes because 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 equals 70. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the value of A and B and T and outputs the number of dishes Bianca can prepare. And the task 01 correct output for the test cases. Alright, so let's get this back up to size. Ooh, that big. Go here. Alright, so let's just go. We don't need any more include statements for this one. So let's do our cosmetics, get some room to work, and then start declaring our variables. So integers, of course, is going to be A, B, and T. Alright, this time. Alright, so we'll go down and do another one and call this one num of dishes. Then, okay, well, yeah, so initialize this to 0, 2 equals 0. Then let's go time for the next dish. And sum. Alright. So let's go, let's say, enter the number of minutes to prepare the first dish. Semicolon that, and let's go with A as the variable, and let's go ahead and copy these. I think we only need 2 more of these anyway. That's 1, 2. Let's go to the second one. We'll call this enter how many more minutes to prepare the next dish. Minutes to prepare the next dish. So one thing about it, they catch the mistake. We're going to correct it on all of them. Okay, and then this is going to be B. And the last one, enter, should get prepared. Enter the total time in minutes. Minutes to prepare all the dishes. Dishes. Yes. And let's go. So this is what we got. And then this will be T. Alright. Indeed. Alright. So this is what we got so far. Try to roll it over. One more. So semicolon, space, and semicolon right there. Should go up. Start it here. So take a look at that. You need to catch up to that, and we'll go down and do our math for this one. Just go back over, and let's go with time for the next dish equals A. And sum equals A. So then let's go while sum is less than or equal to T, bracket, num of dishes plus plus. Okay, capitalize that. Alright. Go. And time for the next dish. Next dish equals time for the next dish plus b. There we go. And then sum equals sum plus time for the next dish. And semicolon there. And let's go ahead and see out. N, capital I, N space T, so now in time, space minutes, that's a minute, do like this in case, just in case. And let's go Bianca. Bianca can prepare. Space. Num of dishes. Dishes. All right, so let's look at what we got now. Okay. Variables, number of dishes, 0, time for the next dish, sum. And move those over a little bit. And there we go. And next, Bianca can prepare. All right, let's run this thing. So she has 80 minutes to prepare. Forget how the variable's going to go. The number of minutes to prepare the first dish. So let's go 10, 15, 20, and 20 minutes to be able to prepare one dish. What? Okay, so enter number of minutes to, okay, gotcha. Alright, let's leave that. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we got the thing look flawless on the code. Alright, so we need to go look at that. Should do deposit. Down. And so see, we got our green and we got our 100%. Drop it down a little bit for you. See the whole thing. All right, that's line 1 to 21. If you're still working on that, or you're still troubleshooting, trying to figure out if you got everything right, go ahead and pause it. We'll scroll down to the end. There we go. Big it for you so you can see the whole thing again. Alright, thanks for joining this video. Please smash the like button, leave a comment, and hopefully you've already subscribed to the channel. If you didn't do so, go ahead and do so now. And if you have not created a login, go ahead and create yourself a YouTube login. It is free and takes less than 1 minute. That way you can like, comment, and follow your favorite YouTubers and make it easier for you to navigate throughout YouTube. So once again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.